G'day mates, g'day. Well, it's the weekend. We are currently heading towards, I'm probably going to head towards Turangi. We've got some, quite a large fire. It's kicked off in the Tongariro National Park. I would let's just say the national park side of the Tongariro National Park. I don't know if we're going to be able to see much, and I don't know if we're going to get close enough to see much. I know they have closed roads around there, but I thought, hey, why not? We'll go for a bit of a squiz, see what we can see. I thought we'll bring the camera along, and yeah, see what we can do. Like I said, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see too much, but we'll give it a go. And hey, if you see this, then obviously we managed to get enough footage to put something together. But currently we're just sitting in a bit of traffic at the moment. Just a bit of traffic behind us as well. Just the usual roadworks here. So anyway, see how we get on when we get further down the road. So we're just coming along the lake here towards Mochuapa and those little settlements, and you can already see the smoke creeping over this side of the ranges that lead towards Tongariro and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not too sure on how big the fire is spread at the moment, but if we can see smoke from here, she's bloody massive. So you can see the plume of smoke. That's up to the left up there, and you see it creeping over. See how close we can get. I might head up towards Rangipo and see how we get on from there. So we're just dropping down the north end of the park. I suppose you might as well say the north end of the park, and it hasn't made it across this side yet. Don't worry, she's just going to creep up around the corner here, and there's a lookout that overlooks lake out here, and actually looks up the I guess you could say the northern side of the park. So see what we can see from there, and yeah, see if we can see any helicopters or anything like that working up there. So we've can't really see bugger all from here, to be fair. You can see the smoke creeping over the top of the range. Yeah, so we'll try further on up the road, but the road is closed at the junction, so we'll get up to the junction and see what we can see from down there. Might not be bugger all, but we'll keep trying. Okay, so we've made it about halfway between where we last were, which is just up around this point over here. So Lake Rotoaira, which I'm pretty sure I'm saying wrong. It's just back there. Pretty sure I'm saying that wrong, but anyway. So where does you feel the wind from here? Is it northerly? wood. So you can actually see. Firebank mustn't be too far over that ridge. It's good that it's not this way, because the road's up through here. National Park Village is over in this direction, but you've got Whakapapa, and obviously the chateau is up in that area, so not 100% sure how close it is at the moment, but judging by that white smoke, it is not far off that ridge. But yeah, very sad to see. Very sad to see actually. So we brought the Nockliers. I'm going to see if we can have a bit of a squiz up there. But see the white smoke just along this ridge line up here. That is I don't know if that's, God, that's fresh. Oh, it's burning fresh fuel, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to have a bit of a squiz, see if we can see anything working up there. So there's actually 2 helicopters out there. I can see them with these, but you can't see them with the old naked eye. Yeah, there's 2 of them, and that's where that white smoke is. That's where they're dumping the water. Geez, they're not working very far apart. Actually, I think there's actually 3. I believe there's 3. Oh no, never mind, it's just 2. Yeah, there's 2 of them up there. They're actually dropping just off the southern side of this ridge that we can see, this closest ridge that we can see. You can just hear them. So that white smoke is where they're dropping the water. So, where's it at work? So getting it done. So hopefully. They can contain some stunning land through there, and also obviously the wildlife. So I think we'll carry on, but I don't know if we're going to get a better viewpoint other than this one here. Carry on down to the junction. I think we'll see what we can. Yeah, we'll see how we go from there. Ooh. I don't know if we're going to get a better look from here, other than from here, to be fair. So, we'll give it a go. So as you can see, we've got the junction down here. Obviously the road's blocked up there. We can probably go back through to Rangipo, but in saying that, we're not going to be able to see too much more from there. What we might do is shoot back up the road, back up this way, and climb back up onto this. There's a bit of a gap in the trees which basically looks straight up into here. From here you can actually, with the old naked eye, you can actually see the helicopters just working through here. So yeah, I don't think we're going to get too much closer. Right, so we found another little posse, not far from where we were. We're actually up on this little bit of a ridge just up here. We've actually got, I think, we're about to find out. There's a plane just quick. See if he's going to drop into the lake. I don't think he is. Still pretty high. Oh, it may do. But they've got still got helicopters working through here, but it looks like it's basically working its way closer to the edge. There's another fire engine guy. Let's hope that's not
Ruapehu doing this thing. Because that'd suck balls. But yeah, the plane's carrying on up the valley towards Turangi. Obviously, probably because you can't fly this side. Should be a little bit hazy, a little bit smoky. But this edge here is slowly working its way out towards the roadside. That's a bit scary. Not gonna lie. But these helicopters are still working through. One's working this shoulder over here, and there was another one just up in here. Yeah, there he is. I can see him just there. So he's sort of, one guy's working on the middle and then another guy just up on the shoulder here. I'm not too sure where they're getting their water from. Maybe off of, there's a lake in the middle of Desert Road. Up in there. I'm going to do a check online, see what they say online, and so we can find out, see if we can get a bit more insider information, some online sleuthing. So apparently there's 15 helicopters out there. We're going to just see the 2 this side, and 3 fixed wing. So sheesh, she's swallowing up a lot of resources. So at the time of filming this, we were about 1,700 hectares, which is crazy. Which is crazy. Man, she's a big boy. It's massive. So yeah, she's slowly working her way towards the road. So she's going to run out of fuel by the time she reaches the road. And trouble is, it's going to go back up the other way. And they're thinking it's going to head north, so it's going to be interesting to see what the end result will be once we get through the night, really. So yeah, interesting. Looks like they've seemed to have doing quite well at this end, but obviously the main parts here, we'll just have another plane fly over, obviously restock. He's headed out this end, and there's still 2 helicopters from what I can see working up this shoulder here. So I reckon they're going to carry on with aerial ops for the rest of the day and even tomorrow. So by the time you see this, all would have been revealed as to how far it got. So the way the wind's changing, actually flying this way. There's another plane coming through. Yeah, there seems to be mixed reports of what equipment's being used so far, but at the time I think it's up to 15 helicopters, which is quite a lot to be flying around, and 5 fixed wing aircraft. So that was one of the reports. Another one said 3 and 12, I think it was. Yeah, they're obviously battling. A lot of them are battling up that side. This one, but like I said, I just see the other plane that I saw took off and come through here, and then headed out this way. He went right, so basically headed west. And by the looks of it, this guy looks like he might be going west as well. I'll have a look. he's heading west. Yeah, and there's another one coming back. So the other one's, yeah, so they're obviously dropping on that western end out towards the roadside. And we've got one coming back through now. So yeah, she's all go. Well, it's been another, probably another hour. And it seems that from this angle anyway, the fire that was quite intense up on this side from what I can see from here, it sort of died down a little bit. So this point over here where we had that plume of smoke before sort of tapered off a bit, and there seems to be more of a concentration sort of in this part and then just on this shoulder over here. So we've gone from 2 helicopters over there. I can actually make out 4 now, and we've got the plane basically heading over to the southern end. So there seems to be a bit more of a concentration of sort of efforts up in here. So I can just see, make out these 1, 2, 3 helicopters just in this region here. A lot of it seems to be up in here, and the wind's still blowing east. Still blowing east. So yeah. But those helicopters are getting, let's see, we've gone from 2 that I can make out clearly now to 4, so which means they're obviously working their way to us. So, oh, here comes another plane coming back already. He's coming real low and fast. This one, that is it a yellow one? Yep, it's the yellow one. He's actually coming a lot closer this time. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where they're actually refilling, whether on the other side of the lake or where they go. He might actually be got landing gear down. He's heading. Not sure where he's going to go, but anyway, it's been an interesting afternoon. Yeah, hopefully they get it sorted. Like I said, once the time this is uploaded, it'll all be national news, and the final outcome will have been told. So this is the view from Rangipo. I actually came out here to see if we could capture a bit of footage of the guys refueling. Refueling the water, which is not really refueling, is it? But I'm not sure if they're landing at the Rangipo airstrip. I tried to sort of figure out approximately where they'd go, and as far as my knowledge is, which isn't very vast, the only place they can go is the Rangipo airstrip, which they probably have a tanker set up. But yeah, I'm not too sure. We'll go up the road here, but anyway, see if we can see them coming in. But we are running out of daylight, so they may call off flying for the day. So I thought they may have been going into Lake Rotorua, but it was the landing legs down that got me. You know, there was no way they'd be belly scooping into Lake Rotorua because of all the weed and stuff that's in there. So I can only assume that they are coming up through this valley on the other side of here, along
saddle, and they've got a tank set up, and there's probably feeding off the canal. But we'll go for a bit of a look, see if we can see them coming down the valley, and see what we can find. So I've just turned around up at I presume is the old Lake Rotorua campground. It's all been dug up now. But anyway, there's nothing there. They were flying past it. They were coming up the lake. So I'm gonna have a look back at the. They're possibly up by where the channel comes through from, basically Rangipo and stuff like that. But I'm just thinking if they're trying to gather water, you need obviously a water source. They're probably not going to be sucking straight out of the lake because of all the weed and crap, so they're probably pulling it out of the canal. There's a point up in here where we can actually take a road and goes up to where the canal sort of builds up, and there's a dam in there. So I'm wondering if he's set up in there. I just don't know. I mean, they're only small planes, so they can probably land them on a dime. We'll go for a bit of a look-see anyway. It's not a very long road, and we'll see what we can find. Well, no, there's nothing down here either. So this is the Potu Dam. So if you've ever been through Taupo or Turangi, blah blah blah, you would have driven across this further up, basically where Rangipo is. So water comes through here, joins this here, and this flows out into Lake Rotorua. Little duckies. And that's basically fed from I don't want to quote it, but there's the Potu Dam in lake, which is out at the Rangipo Dam off the top of my head. I should remember, I've been there fucking plenty of times. But it gets fed from the Rangipo Dam. Geez, I hope that's right. There's an inlet up there, and obviously just flows all the way through here and out into here. And yeah. So I actually thought they would have had a pump truck here, but in saying that, there's nowhere for the bloody thing to land, the plane to land, so anyway, I'll probably find out later on what the actual go was, but yeah, bugger, because I can only then assume that they're basically landing at the Rangipo airstrip, and I've got a pump truck there. Because it wasn't a quick refill, but it was pretty quick, I suppose, in the whole grand scheme of things. But okay. I think they've probably stopped now anyway, so that's all right. We had to try. Right, just when I'd given up hope of, I thought they'd parked up for the day, I've just seen one flying back up the valley. I'm in Turangi now, and I've just seen one fly back up the valley. So it's obviously they might even be refueling at Taupo Airport. because he was out basically at the top end of the lake here at Turangi. So yeah, I didn't think they would be flying that far, but in saying that, they could quite possibly cover that distance relatively easily. So what I might do is I might shoot down to, there's another piece of Turangi on the northern side of the river, and I might see if we can see anything down there, because they might even be, like I said, fueling up, well, you know, restocking the old water tanks in Turangi. Yeah, but anyway, we'll see how we get on. We'll have to be probably running out of time, to be fair. I didn't think they will still be going, but I suppose if there's daylight, they'll keep punching along. But I mean, they don't need much land much space to land on. Let's see if we can see anything down here. You might even see them fly down the valley and up the lake, maybe. We'll see how we get on. Found it, boys! Found it! I'll tell you what gave it away was the smell of air fuel, or aviation fuel. Air fuel. Aviation fuel. And just a fire engine down there. Let's see how close we can get. Might be able to just park up on the side here and just have a bit of a watch. Yeah, see what they say. So yeah, just spoke to one of the local ladies here. So this is where they'll be fueling up, restocking. I'm just over there. Apparently they're done for the day. So they've basically been ferrying water from the river straight into the old bund over there, and running it back up the valley. So that's the valley. We can see them coming down. So they're basically coming down through, landing into the Aero Club over here, the Turangi Aero Club, and running back out again. Yeah, they're all volunteers, doing a bloody good job, doing an awesome job. So yeah, hats off to these guys, hats off to them. It's bloody awesome. So anyway, I'll get some footage of the old mate coming in right above us. So that'll be them done for the night. They're going to carry on tomorrow and have another go. So he'll be off to Tokor. So the efforts continue. I mean, imagine what they've been through today. Shit that they've seen. So pretty crazy, pretty bloody crazy. I can see two of the planes coming back in now. I'll come back to you soon, because they're going to take a little while to come down the valley. But yeah, we'll watch them coming through the coming and land. Here the boys go. One's coming in to land now. It's the yellow one. There should be the blue. There is the blue and yellow one. So they might be going for another. No. Who knows? One more run. So this is the yellow and blue one, and there's a blue one just around over here. I was watching these two fly up and down the valley. Lady over there, she's saying every 18 minutes. There he is. Every 18 minutes. Get back in here refueling and yeah, topping up the tanks to fly back up the valley all the way to over there. It's getting it. How about that, eh? The last road we come down just happens to be the one. How good? How good? Right, one done, and he's off. One more maybe? Or maybe that's it. Maybe that's it, eh? So it looks like they were adding something to the tank in those, I don't know if you can see it, but those green pails. Someone will know what they are. I don't know whether it's a suppressant or something like that they add to the water. Sounds of it, this will be the last run. Get him, boys! Get him! Shit, yeah. Fuck, how good. How good. So that's us. Team are packing up, and we got a bit of action. Oh, that's a choice. That's a choice. It's very cool. Very cool. I said before, hats off to the for all the volunteers and everything. It's so out there fighting it. The guys that are on the ground over there. Yeah, man, I cannot imagine dealing with not only the heat of the fire, but just the heat of the day. Fucking insane. So yeah, but anyway, hope you've enjoyed the little bit of a tag along today. Got a little bit more exciting in the end. So yeah, we will finally end the video here. we'll see you on the next one.